Okay, welcome to the first of a small series of videos that will talk about where to find food while you are at Otakon. I have a couple con tips here and there as well. We're going to start off with what I call the St. Paul corridor. For those of you who are going to be staying in hotels along St. Paul Street or Light Street, or if you're coming from right here, which is the Penn Station if you're taking the train down. And if you are taking that train or you are anywhere along the line or along the Purple Line circulator, which goes down St. Paul, you can catch that bus at various stations. There you go, that's St. Paul right down there. And I'll show later on where to find the Baltimore circulator online and what you can do. There's actual apps and stuff that you can download. But until then, let's start on our way downtown. Okay, for you convention veterans, this is the Embassy Suites. It used to be the St. Paul Tremont. And this is the first stop on the St. Paul corridor. And just to let you know, there is a Starbucks there now. Completely open, renovated. It's really nice in there. And also, another thing that you all should know about, in case you need it, this is Mercy Hospital. I hope you don't have to use it, but if you do, this is where you want to go. It's actually ranked, I believe, number 2 or 3 in the state of Maryland. So barring a head wound that you would need to go to Johns Hopkins for, this is where you want to go. But back to more pleasant things, the Starbucks. Okay, some of you might be saying at the Quality Inn here, and just to let you know, right around the corner on this is Lexington and St. Paul. Here on Lexington, you have a small convenience store, Trotters. You have a little deli here, and that's about it. But it's good for like when you get up in the morning, you need something really quick. And on Thursday and Friday, you're gonna have this guy right here, Very Good Eats. So if you want something a little bit different that tastes pretty good, you can go with these guys. And just around the corner, right down there, you can't see it because of the tree, but I'll get to it in a minute, is a Walgreens. Okay, this is St. Paul and Fayette, just down the street from Lexington here. And the big deal about this one is that here's a Walgreens. They have a pharmacy in here, so if you forget your medication or whatever, there is a pharmacy here. And it's not 24 hours, though. You have to look online to see what the hours are. Further down here is a Burger King. And for those of you who are up here this far, that's a good place to just pick some quick food. Otherwise, just stick to downtown. Also, this is where St. Paul turns into Light Street. So from now on, we're going to be calling this Light Street. Okay, again, we are down in downtown, and this is Light Street. It turns from St. Paul into Light Street, and you continue down that direction to get to Pratt Street, where you would want to get off if you're taking the circulator down and to go to the convention. However, here's some more food stuff. You've got, right down here, you've got Foodtopia, right over here, which is kind of overpriced buffet food. and it's not that good. Right next to it is a Peking house. I usually get order out from here, so if you're in a hotel, this is probably a good place to get it. Not the best food ever, but it's pretty close to where you're going to be. And further down here is a very overpriced, I wouldn't recommend going to it, cafe, so don't even waste your time. Now that street down there, that intersection is actually Charles Street. So if you're staying on a place on Charles, this is an important intersection, but I'll get to that later. Alright, back to Light Street. Silly me, I forgot to tell you what the cross street is. It's Baltimore Street, and that's where the Foodtopia, the Peking house is going to be. So, there you go. On the opposite corner of Baltimore and Light is the crappy McDonald's. If you don't have to go here, don't go here. You never get your order right. It takes too long, yada, yada, yada. And, but if you have to have your McD's fix, this is where it is. It's on Baltimore and Light Street. All right, continuing down Light Street, right here, some of you are going to be staying at the Residence Inn Marriott. Right here is a restaurant called 17 Light. It is a bar and restaurant. It's a little bit overpriced food. Well, not overpriced, but it's more than you probably wanted to spend unless you wanted to have an actual get-together or a nice dinner here. The other benefit to staying at this particular hotel is right there is a Dunkin' Donuts. Right there, let's see here, right where that bus is a 7-Eleven, and further down the street, right there, is a Royal Farms. And right across the street from the Royal Farms, you can't see it because that tree is right there, is another CVS, which has a pharmacy in it. Again, if you forget your meds or whatever you need to fill your prescription, that's where you can go. Okay, just half a block down from the Residence Inn, like I pointed out, is the 7-Eleven and the Royal Farms. The big deal between the two of them is that if you want like a breakfast sandwich or a hot dog, go to the Royal Farms. If you want a quick junk food like chips and stuff and soda, just go to the 7-Eleven. Here is the CVS, and again, a couple bars and stuff down here. Again, it's not something I would tell you to go to unless you're meeting a group or you wanted to, after you're at the convention and you want to go place and don't want to go home just yet. Here's a place you can go to on Friday and Saturday nights. And this is Water Street and Light Street. Okay, just half a block down from the Residence Inn, like I pointed out, is the 7-Eleven and the Royal Farms. The big deal between the two of them is that if you want like a breakfast sandwich or a hot dog, go to the Royal Farms. If you want a quick junk food like chips and stuff and soda, just go to the 7-Eleven. Here is the CVS, and again, a couple bars and stuff down here. Again, it's not something I would tell you to go to unless you're meeting a group or you wanted to, after you're at the convention and you want to go place and don't want to go home just yet. Here's a place you can go to on Friday and Saturday nights. And this is Water Street and Light Street. Okay, for the Purple Line Circulator, this is probably the stop you want to get off at. It's the Pratt Street Inner Harbor stop. You will have come down from Penn Station from that direction, which we just walked down. I told you what you can find up there if you are in a hotel up in this area or you happen to be up there. And when you get off the bus here, you're going to go in that direction, and straight ahead you can already kind of see the convention center, so you're really not that far away. And just to let you know, that is the Inner Harbor right over there, and Gallery is further down that block down that way, and we'll get to those later. You'll notice that there's a couple restaurants here. There's Sullivan's down past the PNC. Yes, there's an ATM there. There's a Nature's Table, and there's a Kona Grill directly across from where I'm standing right now. Not bad restaurants, but they're chain restaurants, a little pricey, especially the Kona Grill. So if you don't need to go there, don't. There's a lot of other places that you can go to. Okay, as we come closer to the convention center, this is the end of the St. Paul Quarter segment of where to find food for Otakon. Okay, and The next stop, we're going to go to the convention center and start from there. Convention tip. You want to use the Charm City Circulator. That is Baltimore's free bus service. There is the orange line goes along Pratt Street, which is right outside of the convention center. Although when you go out of the main, either the main entrances where the main hall is, or the main entrance to the convention center, you want to turn right, and you actually want to take it at Pratt and Light. That's the stop that you want to get on and off of the bus there. If you're going towards Phillips or things that are on the other side of the inner harbor, like towards the aquarium side, you definitely want to take the orange line from that point. You also want to, when you're taking the purple line, what we're talking about there is basically people who are staying in hotels along St. Paul Street or Light Street, or are coming off of the train up at Penn Station, and you're taking it down. Again, you'll just take the line all the way down to Pratt and Light Street. Actually, the stop is called Pratt Street Inner Harbor. You get off there. As soon as you get off the bus, all you have to do is look down Pratt Street, and you're going to see the convention center within a block. So it's a really helpful tool to use. And just to give you an idea, it hits each stop approximately every 15 minutes, give or take. If you're kind of on a schedule, you can do this on your phone too. Go to hit Google, do Baltimore Circulator next bus, click on that, and of course wait for it. And what you got here, I know this is really high tech, isn't it? What you want to do is right here where it says route, we're going to change it to purple. You want the direction that you want to go in. If you're coming from Penn Station, you want to go towards the visitor center. Now let's say that you are coming from Penn Station and you're going southbound. Boom. And it tells you right here when the next 3 buses are coming. So if I was at Penn Station right now, there should be a bus there. And if I don't see that, and then if I miss that one, then I know it's 23 minutes, and it updates. So refresh your page for the updates. Okay, like I said, it's a free bus. It's relatively bum free. You still get some interesting people on there. Again, use your common sense. Don't engage in a conversation with a crazy person, because once they see you in whatever outfit that you're wearing, like something from Soul Eater, they're probably thinking that they're in hell, and they're going to treat you as such. So just keep that in mind. Always use your common sense when you're in the city. All right, and let's move on.